Hey guys, so for today's video I thought that I'd do a review of a pointe shoe that I tried. So a while ago now I did a video explaining all the pointe shoes that I've worn, and I also included two new ones that I was going to try. I have tried one pair and not the other, so I'm going to do a review, and I'm also going to tell you about some other shoes that I've tried since then. Before I get into it though, I'm just gonna say that it's taken me a lot of shoes and a lot of money to find a pair that works properly for me, and it seems that I keep going back to Grishko's. So I think that's probably going to be my shoe, but I am awaiting a new shoe at the moment that I've tried on. I didn't just order it on a whim like I did with the Freeds and the Grishko's, but I've tried it on and I've ordered it online and I'm waiting for that now. So that might be my new shoe and I'll talk about that one later. So firstly, I'm going to talk about the shoe that I mentioned before, which is the one I'm going to actually do the review on. This is the Grishko 2007 Pro Flex, and I like these shoes a lot, and I think Grishko is probably one of my favourite shoe brands that I've tried, because I've tried quite a lot of shoes on, but I've only actually properly worn a few. So these shoes, I did notice they die really quickly. Obviously that's because of the Pro Flex shank, but as you can see, they're very bendy and they aren't really that supportive. So the box itself is still quite hard down here, but at the top it's very squishy, and they feel slightly crunchy. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like the top of the box is crunchy. I'll see if you can hear it, but I don't know. You probably didn't hear that at all, but basically what I mean is that it's like a little sound when you squish the box. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm talking about here, but yeah. So one thing I did notice with these shoes that I didn't notice when I was wearing my Novas is that the actual platform really goes really thin and dies really fast. So one thing that I do to most pointe shoes that I wear is cut the satin off the platform. So I did that on these, and then after wearing them for a while I darned them. As you can see, the darning's very new. I only did that a couple of weeks ago, but right there, as you can see, the actual fabric around here is coming off the platform and leaving this underlayer, and it just feels really thin when you're actually on point. They're still quite hard, they sound hard and they feel hard, but when you're actually on point, they feel really thin and squishy, and yeah, I could probably still get some wear out of these, but they just don't support me very much. The roll through was easy to achieve on these because obviously it's a Pro Flex shank, but they're so bendy that I just didn't want to risk wearing them for much longer, because I felt like I was getting wobbly on point and stuff because of how supportive they aren't now. But yeah, that's those. And yeah, I think overall I do really like these shoes, and I have repurchased them in a different shank, which I'll show you in a minute. So yeah, that's the Grishko Grishko 2007 Pro Flex. Now, since then, I actually went for another fitting, and so I've got a box of pointe shoes next to me. Yeah, since then, I've actually been for another fitting, and at that fitting, got Russian Point Almaz. Okay, I don't know, I wore these for, don't feel like I can properly talk about them until I've worn them a bit more, but I wore these for 10 minutes last week in ballet, in pointe, and got a very sharp burning pain along the bottom of my foot. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it is. I think it might just be because I'm so used to not using those muscles as much as I should be because of the Vampire in the Grishkos. But I just feel like these shoes aren't right for me. I do like them, don't get me wrong, but I will go back to them because I'm not just going to waste them, but yeah. So I'm just going to talk a bit about this shoe. The Russian points have quite a soft box to begin with. If you wear them, you'll know what I mean. So it's like really soft and squishy to begin with. Like that just felt really like it. I think if I wore these a lot, and I will do in the future, like I'm gonna get some wear out of them. But I think the box is probably gonna go first because the shank is really hard, and this is the softest shank that Russians do. This is the flexible soft, and it's still really hard. Like I can't get over the box properly. I don't know if you can see this, but it's only dirty on like this part here. It's not the whole platform. Like even the darning's quite clean. And yeah, that's because I can't really get over the box, so I'm sort of stuck on here where I should be there. So I don't know. I'll go back to them because I do like the box shape. It's very comfortable on my toes. But yeah, for now, those are going in my point shoe drawer, and I'm going to go back to my Grishkos. So, I repurchased another pair of Grishko 2007s. This time I got a medium shank, same size and everything, just a medium shank. And I've broken them in a tiny little bit, like the tiniest bit, honestly. I've darned them. I didn't have any white thread left, so I had to use like bright pink, which is going to look a bit weird, but you know, it'll help my stability. On point, my cat is entering my room. My door isn't opening by itself. There is a cat coming in right now. Don't know which one. We'll see. Anyway, back to the shoes. I like them so far. I've worn them for about 5 minutes in my house with socks over the top. So yeah, I know I'm probably going to really like them because I've worn them before in a different shank. And this shank's a little bit harder. I got the medium shank instead of the Pro Flex because I think it was probably just going to last a lot longer. My cat's just jumped on my bed. If you see her around here at any point, then yeah, good for you. Honestly, anyway, I have no idea. I'm rambling so much. So I'm just going to run you through quickly what I do to break in these shoes. So when I get them, they're all brand new. I sew them first. The ribbons and the elastic get sewn on, and then I take the drawstrings, like undo the knot on the bow or whatever, and measure them to the length of the box, and then cut them, and then tie them in a tiny little bow. Obviously, if I was doing an exam or a performance or whatever, I'd undo the bow and just tuck them in, like that. But yeah. And then when I first got these, I wasn't gonna do this, but I usually do it, and I just wanted to because they felt a bit constricting. But I always like the box on these is very tapered. I don't have the most narrow feet, so I do have to get the widest width. But in doing that, in getting the widest width, they still come very round, so I step on the box. This also decreases the profile height, which is good for me because I have very shallow toes. The rest of my foot is quite high, but my toes themselves are very shallow, so I squish the box a bit, I just stand on it, and it doesn't make it any softer, apart from at the top here. It gets a little bit softer, but it still stays very hard and it's supportive, and that's how I like my point shoes. I also bend the shank a little bit. As you can see, they are still very brand new and hard. And I try to do the roll through bit, so I'll like put them on and then stand on the floor and hold this bit against my foot as I roll up, and that sort of breaks in the bottom part without doing too much to them. Sorry, excuse me. So that's those, and they are very pretty and very brand new, and I'm very excited to wear them into class tomorrow. So, as I was saying at the start of the video, at my fitting, tried on loads of different shoes. Like, literally, I tried on so many. It took us an hour and 25 minutes in total. And I ended up coming out with one of the first shoes I tried on, which I don't actually like very much. But whilst at this fitting, my cat just legged it, okay. Whilst at this fitting, I tried on, well, I asked to try the Mindens, and I was trying to say Grishko Dream Point there because I'm going to talk about gainers in a minute. But anyway, I asked to try on the Grishko Dream Point and they didn't have any in stock. They don't stock them, or the Grishko Miracle, I asked for those as well, but they didn't have them. So I tried on a gainer Minden, which is like, the Grishko Dream Point is the Grishko take on a gainer Minden. Like, instead of the regular shank, it has a polymer shank. It has like padding in the end of the box. It's basically the Grishko take on a gainer. But yeah, I asked to try on the gainers. I really liked them. I tried on the 3-box, and that's a really good fit for me. But I couldn't wear any padding in them, and I felt like I needed padding. So with padding, sorry, excuse me. With padding, I tried on the 4-box, and that felt okay. Like, not the best, but okay. So I've ordered some in the, I think I ordered the 4-box because I've got new toe pads coming that are gel ones. I ordered those off Discount Dance. I think they're the Cats, or I don't know where they're from. They're just thick gel rubber toe pads. But I tried on the Gainer 4-box with my regular ouch pouches, which are, I'll show you what they are now, which are these ones. So they're like thick gel all over, covered in like a thin layer of fabric, but they are a lot thinner than the rubber ones. And also I actually prefer the rubber ones because the seams on these, like there, I don't know if any of you get this problem if you're a dancer, but the seams dig into my toes on point, especially in Grishkos and gainers. In my Russian points they felt alright, which is why I actually bought them. But yeah, so I'm waiting a new pair of toe pads. I'm wearing these for the time being with my Grishkos, and I will also, when those toe pads come, be able to wear my Freeds, because obviously they're very thick toe pads and the Freeds are slightly too wide. So I'll be able to wear my Freeds then, and yeah, I'll do a further video explaining how that gets on. But basically, yeah, so that was this video. I know I'm talking very fast today and probably rambling on a lot, but I didn't really know what to record. I thought I might as well do a review of the point shoes that I said I was going to review and talk about in that other video. And I don't know, I just thought I'd do a little bit of a chatty point shoe video, which is all I seem to be doing, like dance related videos. So if you've got this far in this video and not, and you're not bored to death or whatever, then leave me a comment suggesting what sort of videos I should do next, because I have virtually no creativity and I have no idea what to do. So yeah, that would really help. But anyway, guys, stay cool and I'll see you next time. Bye.